What's up guys, Spencer here. We're here at the Dirt in Paris, California. We're doing a little test and tuning with the RC8B4.1. Got some new equipment running this weekend. Got some new J-Concept tires, some new Renz engine. Gonna show you a couple laps around the track with my new RC8B4.1. And we're gonna do a little download in the trailer talking about the new equipment. And hopefully you guys like this video. Subscribe if you haven't already. And thanks again for watching. What's up guys, we're in the race trailer doing a little bit of a download with the new RC8B4.1. Gonna talk about some of my favorite features with the new car design. First things first is the front tapered chassis design. This allows for more chassis clearance for up the faces of the jumps, where before I feel like when you go up a rutted up jump face, it would kind of huck a buck and kind of want to do a backflip. This allows for a lot more chassis clearance, more forgiveness going up the jumps, and even when you're jumping into corners, it seems like it doesn't want to dig nearly as much. Now, with the taper design, it also changes how the car flexes. It actually makes the car a lot more stiffer, so that when you're leaning into corners, it actually holds the corner a lot better, which also keeps pressure on the loaded tire for more traction. Moving on to the front end, also the rear end, which are new design front and rear lowered shock towers. And also new lowered shorter shocks. This is basically to lower the CG, but not also to lower the CG, it's also taking away weight. I believe it was like a 10 to 15 gram weight saver between the shock towers and the shock bodies, which is pretty significant, especially being up very high. Not only does it lower the weight, it also changes where the piston sits in the body, and it actually raises the piston up further in the body, which adds a lot more pack. So for tracks that are high speed, it also makes it seem like you have a lot more support going into the corner and coming out of the corner. Kind of going towards some of the new plastics, we have new front and rear arms. Basically, the rear and front arm was redesigned to only have a one plate option now and not two. It's a lot beefier for flex and stability for very unique situations like being in the cold, being pretty durable. We also have two options, the standard arm material and a soft arm material, which the soft arm material I would highly recommend running in the cold weather. Also, along with the new plastics are the new design rear hubs with the hub tower plates. This is a huge upgrade from what we've had before, because you are able to tune with the factory team hub tower plates for the different roll centers that you get to run on the different track surfaces. So the single hole tower plate is basically the stock roll center adjustment, and then when you upgrade to the factory team tower plate adjustments, you have one step higher and one step lower. And not only are the hubs much differently designed. It also is a wider base at the bottom so that the outer hinge pin doesn't seem to bend nearly as often or at all anymore. So other than that, you know, one last thing I wanted to talk about was the upper arm mount is also a bit redesigned. It has a kind of an angle to match the front kick up so that the hinge pin is at the proper angle so it doesn't have any sort of binding. Obviously with the new car, the front and rear ring and pinion are changed to the 4413. This is basically, we've been able to kind of nail it down that we can kind of tune the drive ratio with our optional 47 and 48 spur gears that we'll have pretty soon. So that's going to be a huge improvement. We're here running at the dirt, basically Southern California. I prefer this weekend running the 48 tooth spur gear just to help with kind of powering through the ruts and jumping up the faces of the jumps, which has been a nice tuning option. So other than that, that's basically the new RC8B4.1. Those are some of my favorite features, and hopefully you guys enjoyed watching the video, and I'll see you guys on the next one.